Hello. This time I'm gonna be demonstrating you how to make the mini rose that I just showed on my Instagram since yesterday. A lot of my followers are really, uh, they really wanted to have the templates and the tutorial for that. So actually, this this template was uh, this is really not my uh how can I put this one in word? The small flowers are really not my specialty, but I thank God that I have some clients that really trusted me on putting too much trust that I have to put pressure on myself also in order to go beyond to what's comfortable for me. So I have a client, and I have a client that she wants a 24 inches monogram, and she wants to fill it with tiny flowers. And although there are some flowers that I can find in Cricut, but I still wanted to have something that has personal touch from me, something that I really made for for myself. So I used to make like a tiny rose, which is like 5 inches, but I think even 5 inches for a monogram is still too big. So then I tried to experiment and come up with something really nice, and I'm really happy that I had the pressure of her making me do something that's really not my uh let me put it this way, it's not on my comfort zone. But anyway, I'm very happy that now I have the time to share this with you. So, uh, let me show you the rose that I'm talking about. This one. See? So, since yesterday I've got lots of feedback that they want the templates of this one, if it's available already in Etsy. So far it's not. I really have lots of project going on, and I have an 8 by 10 that I need to fill all with roses. So I'm really a little bit busy to really update my Etsy listing. But however, I'm gonna be doing a combo promo, I guess maybe tomorrow, of lots of for the new roses I have, including this one. So let's begin. So when you're going to buy templates from me with this particular I call this the tiny rose design. So when you're going to buy PDF from me, you will receive at least 5 sizes. I have the 7.5, I have the 6.5, 5.5, 4.5, and then 3.5. So I made it this way. Actually, this is the one that we are going to use. So even though also you are going to buy SVG from me and you are only getting one petal, I'm gonna be giving you the sizing so you can also adjust it the same way as I did here. So let's start with showing the tools and the things that we need. So of course we need to have we're using for this particular flower design the smallest, which is the 3.5, to make like 3 inches flower. So to start with, I already pre-cut my petals, and I have like 5 of this smallest petal I have here. This is what we're going to use, since I'm going to use this one as filler of my monogram. And if you're using a PDF, you're gonna need this one, the scissors and your pencil for tracing. Of course, you're gonna need your hot glue and your stick glue, and also a curler that is enough to curl your small petals. And this time I'm using this pen from Hampton, and the skewer stick, a bamboo one. So whatever fits to you, whatever you have in your resources, you can use it, and you really can feel if it's working or not, since you know we're using the smaller flowers. We also need to use smaller curler, although you can find like, I don't know if you have a dowel rod that size, but you can, whatever you have in your resources. You can also use your you know, knitting needle or whatever you have. So here, while waiting for my hot glue, I'm going to show you that here I'm using 5 petals to create this lovely mini rose. And if you are going to go bigger, like the 7 or 6 inches, I think it would be nice if you will do like 6 petals of it, you know, to really make it bloom. So with this one, I'm only using 5. And the way how I do it, so I already made a template that I can upload on my Cricut machine. So this is how I do it. I have like 6 on a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. But since, you know, the thing that I am doing, you know, especially if I'm making more than one, let's say for example I'm making 6, so what I do is just I did cut 5 sheets of my 5 sheets of my cardstock, and I will be able to make 5 pieces of this tiny rose. So let's start. So with this 5 petals, the first thing I need to do is to get my larger curler, which is my pen, and I will just curl all my petals inward like so. So all 5 sides of it. So the reason why we're curling this one, you know, inward, obviously curling the flower give it more dimension into it. And then let's get the first petal, regardless of whichever you want to pick. They are the same size anyway. So we are trying to fold this one inward so we can create like a pentagon or a 5-sided polygon inside our flower. So see, if you can see that there's already a pentagon. So what we will do, like one atop of the other, one atop of the other, like so. And then we will just try to close it and leave a little opening in it, you know, to make it more realistic. And then let's start gluing it to secure the flower or the bud. So I am holding, my thumb is holding the rest of the unsecure petal while I let go of the one that's already been glued. So just a little bit, enough for it to hold. So see, now we have our bud. So the next thing we need to do is to get another one, and then using our smaller skewer, let's gonna curl outward our one side, which is on my left, outward like so. curl all 5 of it, and then placing the bud as center as we can, aligning, you know, in line with the pentagon. It's gonna hold a little bit and just sneak a little glue underneath just to secure it. So now that it's already glue, let's start to glue our petals upward. The way how I do it, you know, I will dump a little glue here and then slantly, a little bit of slant, I glue it this way. So it's gonna be like this one. Then the other one. So that's our second bud. Oh, the second petal. And then the third. The fourth. And then the fifth. So actually you can leave it this way for a center, but I would still want it to, you know, secure the other side to give it a more defined rose-like bud. So just a little bit and push here for us to be able to have a very smooth bottom of our bud. And again, just a little glue, because our flower is so tiny that like the white glue residue would really be very visible on it. So it doesn't really need to be perfect. All you need to do is just to secure it. So this is the third, and then the fourth, and lastly, oops, and one more thing, when you glue your petal, you need to give it a little good seconds and hold it so it really gives us you know, a time to cure and really stick itself. So here's the fifth, and there goes our bud. It's starting to get its form right now, and we will add more as we go, you know, as we fill more buds or more petals into our bud. So if earlier we tried to, you know, level this line here, this time we're gonna do it differently. Like we'll try to make this corner, you know, in the center of each petal. So this way it will give us a good layering of our rose petal. So again, as soon as we find the centermost possible way we can, let's just dab some glue and secure it there. And be careful, it's really hot. So here in this corner, let's just dab a little glue, and from the outside, let's just push it closer to the bud. You can fold it, but gluing it will really secure the petal, you know, on its place. But also, if you are folding this one outward, you know, before you glue it on our bud, the tendency is it would lose its curl like this here. So hold it for good seconds, and while you're holding it, might as well put some glue here for your third petal. And then now you can move holding to your third petal while you are gluing your fourth. So just like so, and let's wait a little bit, and then last petal for this third layer. So actually this layer already using 3 petals in it is good enough to, you know, use on a monogram filler. 1 second, let me see. If you can see, it's already looking like a rose now, but because we wanted to make it fuller, we're going to add the 2 remaining layer we have. So again, for the fourth layer, using the same curl that we had on the second, we're gonna curl one side outward like so, and then trying to, you know, this is the gap for 2 previous petals, so we're making it sure that the second the fourth layer is in between. So once we find the center, again, let's dab a little glue at the bottom like so, secure it, and again, just like this one, it's already a rose. If you wanted, you know, if you wanted to just make it loose like this, but if you wanted to make it fuller, what we will do is just like the third layer, we're going to glue this one and fold a little upward like so. So this is the second, and if you can see, I'm still holding the petals with me, because you really need to give it a good 10 seconds at least. So the fourth and the fifth petal on this layer. So as you can see, it's already a rose, but for demonstration purposes, we're gonna use the 5 layers of this particular flower design. So the last petal, what we are going to do to give it an illusion for more fuller rose, we're going to curl both sides outward. So out, 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 and out. And then again, let's try to make sure that this is gonna be in between to the 2 previous petals of our previous layer, like so. And then just dab a little glue at the back. And after this one, you don't really have to do anything farther. You know, the curl itself is what gives it more dimension. So here it is, ladies, our 3 inches flower. See, I hope you like it, and I'm gonna be posting right after I film it. So I hope this will help, and enjoy crafting. Until next time, bye bye.